Welcome to Q Weekly. I'm Michael King, and on tonight's show, Stevie does ballet. Brett's out on the streets, as usual. We have a Q View, and of course, Elizabeth Blast here with What's On in Melbourne. But first up, Stevie's out in Footscray with an all-male ballet group.
Good evening, this is Stevie at the Elance Adult Ballet School, and I'm here with the principal of the Elance Adult Ballet School, Diane Harrison. Welcome.
Thank you.
What's the initial attitude of the guys when they walk into their first lesson, and also when they contact you about voicing their interest in doing ballet?
I think, answering your part about the first lesson, they are understandably apprehensive. And that's what you would expect. They're not actually different from the girls in that regard. And it's because they really don't know what's going to be asked of them in that first class. And I think some of them have seen footage of the likes of Ray of doing these brilliant turns and sensational leaps, and they're really worried that that's actually going to be something they're going to have to do in the first weeks, which of course they don't. So our job is to make them feel very, very comfortable when they get here. Guaranteed within the first 10 or 15 minutes they've started to relax, and by the time the class is over, an hour and a half later, they feel fantastic.
Okay, now what you were telling me before the interview, now what are the two main concerns that they voice when they first call?
Oh, there are, and they're quite predictable. The first one is, do they have to dance on their toes? And I kind of understand that. A lot of people don't have a clear understanding of ballet, so I carefully explain that no point work, which is what we call it, is very much only for women. They don't have to dance on their toes. The second concern is, do they have to wear tights? And once again, no, they absolutely don't have to wear tights. It's important that they are both physically and emotionally comfortable in the class that they're doing. So we recommend that they wear tracksuit pants and a t-shirt, or even bike pants with running pants over the top and a t-shirt. Anything like that is fine.
Now, how do you think social attitudes have changed, if at all, over the last few years towards guys doing all so-called girly things like ballet and netball and things like that?
Yeah, I think society's attitudes have changed enormously, and I will make a generalisation, but I think society has become more accepting overall of these type of activities, and recognise that dancers are extremely well skilled and very, very athletic.
Times change. I mean,
they
it's
do.
Not girly.
They do, and you just have to put that aside. There are always going to be people that have an opinion about what you're doing, and that opinion essentially reflects their own
insecurities.
And their comfort zone. If it's outside of it, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to let it go. But I think ballet, like any other activity, as your skill level increases and as you become more confident with what you do, you actually want to share it with other people. So these guys might keep it fairly much to themselves for the first few weeks, but eventually it's something that they want to tell people about. It's a great part of their lives.
Do you think it's like you're saying, they may keep it to themselves for the first couple of weeks? Do you think it's something they sort of, when they start doing, they keep to themselves for a bit, or and then start telling people, or do you think it's something like most of your male students, like they're just out there and they're quite proud of what they do?
I think they're very proud of what they do, and I think they should be proud of what they do. I think they're an extraordinary group, because yes, it does take a degree of courage to make yourself take that first step, but they're doing superbly well, and they have a lot to be proud of, and yeah, they should tell people about it.
Because I mean, looking at the guys here, they don't at all look self-conscious at all. They look happy to be here, and they look like they're here, and then they're enjoying something that they're doing, which is the whole point of it. It's the whole point, is doing something that you enjoy and being proud of it.
Absolutely, and something that you get reward from, and you'd be amazed if you knew the backgrounds of a lot of the guys in the class. they're quite extraordinary, from senior professional positions to gardeners to night shift workers and everything in between. What's wonderful about the ballet studio is it makes it a level playing field for everybody. So they all come in on exactly the same level, and they form a bond that is based on this activity, but inevitably it extends beyond the activity.
Now, what advice would you give someone who's actually, to a guy who's interested in doing ballet?
Yeah. Look, that's such an easy question. If you think you have any desire inside you to dance, put your fear aside. Don't worry about any prejudice, yours or anyone else's, and go for it. Just make the call, go to the first class and give it a try, because it is sheer joy. Dancing is such an absolute pleasure. It is challenging, it's hugely rewarding. The benefits are enormous. I mean, not only do they get to meet great people, and the class develops such a fabulous bond. And I know for a fact quite a few of these guys go to the pub routinely after class. So you've got that nice social aspect, but you also have huge physical benefits. You get the artistry, the musicality, and the discipline of ballet. You get to learn this fabulous art form, and you get to develop your strength, your flexibility, your sense of balance, your coordination. It's brilliant.
Is a male ballet dancer still called a ballerina? I'm assuming not.
You're assuming right. Hell no.
Hell no.
No. No, their technical term is as a danseur. It's pronounced a little differently. It's spelt D-A-N-S-E-U-R. If I didn't mention it before, all of ballet's terminology is in French, hence the French spelling. We just tend to call them male dancers.
Okay.
It's quite straightforward.
If someone would like to contact the Elance Adult Ballet School for more information, or if they'd like to sign up or something like that, how would people contact you?
The absolute easiest way is to jump onto the website, and the website address is www.adultballet.com.au. Nice and easy.
Yes, at the bottom of your screen right now.
Yeah, www.adultballet.com.au. And that has all of the information about the classes, the locations, the timetable, and contact details. And give me a call, me.
Yes, call Diana a call. She's lovely to speak to, and she won't bite.
Not the first time.
Not the first time, after that. But anyway, Diane, thank you, ever so much.
Thank you so much for having us on the show.
Okay, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
And thank you very much for watching. This is Stevie from the Elance Adult Ballet School.
Thank you very much, Stevie, for that. And I certainly enjoyed the bar exercises. But coming up now, Brett's out onto the streets of Brunswick asking the question, are there too many gays on TV?
Hi, I'm out on the street tonight asking the public what they think about gay characters on TV.
Yep.
Do you think there are too many gay characters in TV?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Because they're just putting into TV to make sure that they can attract viewers.
Not enough, I'll say, yeah.
No.
No. There should be more of them.
No?
Okay.
Absolutely not. I watched Ben TV last night.
Did you? This is Ben TV.
Is it? Yeah. I was watching it. It was like about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was
Okay,
cool.
good.
Is it ever enough?
No. It's hard to say. I think there are a lot more gay characters on TV nowadays, but I don't believe that they're true to life. Like say with kind of Queer Eye and stuff. Like the two, it's more they're too gay, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like as in they aren't portrayed, I guess, correctly.
Yeah.
It's more like an identity now, as opposed to being just a sexual preference. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not sure if that makes sense, but
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think there are a lot of sort of plastic gay characters out there, but not really real ones.
Do you think there are too many gay characters on TV?
Gay characters? No, certainly not. No. No.
Do you have?
Yes, sometime, but you have to just kind of, it's part of life, is it?
It is.
Yeah.
Isn't it? No.
Question. No, definitely not. No.
Okay.
No. No.
Do you think there are too many gay characters on TV?
What?
Gay characters on TV?
Not enough of them.
Do you think there are too many gay characters on TV?
No.
My
Not
parents
at
are
all.
lesbians.
The parents are.
No.
No?
I certainly don't.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me, can I ask you a quick question? Okay, you got it? Yep. Do you think there are too many gay characters in TV?
No.
Okay. Who is your favourite gay character?
The guy off 6 Feet Under, whatever his name. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking
David, thank you.
No, I don't really watch that much TV, so I couldn't really say.
Antonines.
Helen Generous. Carson.
Jack McFarlane. Carson.
Probably Carson, I'd have to say, or someone.
Everybody loves Carson. We all love Carson. Church groups and certain political parties actually want gay characters in TV banned from certain time slots to protect children. What do you think?
Depending on the time slot, I agree, but just depending on the time slot. Yeah. If it's after 8:30, I don't see why they shouldn't put it on TV.
Thank you.
No worries.
I think that's nonsense. I think everybody should be treated the way they want to be, like the way they are.
I don't have a problem. I don't really have a view on it, but yeah, I suppose it depends on what they're depicting, really. But I don't have a problem at all.
Maybe they could put them on a little bit later, but
why is that?
Just so kids get the things explained to them like a little bit later in life. So maybe they're a little bit maybe too young to.
Yeah. Fuck them if they're happy and they're not hurting people. Fuck them.
Certain political parties and church groups actually want gay characters in TV banned from certain time slots to protect children. What do you think?
I think that's a load of crap, pretty much. What are they protecting them from?
No, I don't think it's really relevant for today. I think we're a bit more progressive than that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, see you later.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brett, for that Vox Pop out in the streets of Brunswick. We're going to a break and we'll be back with Q View.
Do you enjoy Bent TV? Do you watch it regularly? Or do you sometimes feel just watching isn't quite enough? Well, then join us on the other side of the screen and volunteer for Bent TV. Help us make queer TV and have lots of fun on the way. You could work behind the camera on location or in the studio. Work with the gallery crew as a vision mixer, director, videotape operator or audio engineer. Make great friends and become part of the Bent TV family. They help bring interesting people and fun events into the homes of Melbourne. We want you.
If you'd like to get involved with Bent TV, give us a call on 9517 0125 or drop us an email to feedback@benttv.org.au. Leave us your contact details, we'll get in touch with you and advise you the time, date and location of our next shoot. If you don't have any experience, don't let that put you off, as all training will be provided. We hope to see you soon at the studio.
Will you be there?
Welcome back to Q Weekly, and we're in our Q View segment. This week I have with me the gorgeous Harriet and of course the lovely Brett, who you saw slightly earlier in the show out on the streets as he normally is. We're talking about Mother's Day, which was yesterday. What did you do for Mother's Day?
I must admit I spoke to my mum on the phone, because my parents live in Geelong.
Oh, okay.
I don't always get to see them as often as I should, sorry.
So you couldn't be bothered, basically?
Well,
it's Melbourne to Geelong.
I have an excuse. I'm editing this show, producing this show, so most of my weekends are taken up. But
so
I do
you
try
sent her a bunch of flowers, Interflora? No?
No, I rang her up on the phone and spoke to her, and we're going to arrange
Does
a
she
weekend.
get to see you birthdays and Christmas?
Yes, that's usually when we see each other.
Your birthday?
We usually just get together as a family and have a big sort of function every couple of...
So when you're going to get something, you'll turn up, and when you've got to give something, you won't. Is that what we're saying?
What are you doing, Harriet?
What did I do?
Yes.
I actually meditated because my mother died 27 years ago. And
but you can still say hi, you know.
I do every day anyway. So, and she knows I've got a bit of a sense of humour. So and then I probably, what did I do? I actually did work for Joy in the morning. So there were a lot of phone calls and tributes to mothers over that. And
is it a sad time for you though? Because I know you say you think about your mother every day, but when it's actually Mother's Day, is it more profound, or is it, you know?
I'm just thankful that I have some great surrogate mothers, and I look at them, and also my mentors are my mothers, so I'm very fortunate
So
in
you have a
having
lot of
those
cards
people.
to give out on Sunday.
No, I just ring everyone. It's easier, you know.
I took my family out for, it's also my sister's birthday.
Okay.
So we went out to a hotel and we did the buffet, Mother's Day buffet lunch they put on. It was fantastic. Anything I don't have to cook is always better. And then some other bugger is washing the dishes afterwards. So that was perfect. And I love buffet because you're not getting a portion. You know what it's like at those dudes, like David Crown Casino and all the rest of it. You get your little entree, and by the time the main comes, you're starving again. And it's a one-and-one thing.
I remember years ago, me and my family went down to Sizzlers in Geelong. Don't know if Sizzlers
Gee,
still
you're
around.
a class act in Geelong.
I know. And we waited nearly 2 hours for a table because every mother decided to go to that restaurant that day.
No, I like buffet because if you like prawns, just eat prawns. If you like whatever, just eat whatever. And of course, dessert buffet.
And I like Geelong for its fish and chips. Near the sea, near the sea.
It's been years since I've been to Geelong. It's all changed, hasn't it? All the other waterfront.
Anyway, mothers.
Talking about your mother and your family, I would like to know, did you out yourself to your mother? Like, was she the first person, or how did it happen?
Well, she wasn't. I suppose she was sort of the first person in the family. I was in a situation where I had some friends who were out with their family. I suppose I was jealous because I suppose being gay, you couldn't really express yourself. There was some division in your family. You want to be close to them, but you don't know how. So I thought, okay, I'm going to speak to my mum because I wanted to speak to her sort of first. I psyched myself up, sat on the end of the bed, burst into tears.
Why is that?
And then I did it the next week and rang them up and said, "Hi, Mum, you home? Yep. Okay. I want to come around and have a talk to you. Oh, is Dad going to be there? Yeah." I thought, oh, okay. Well, I'll break the news to both of them at the same time. And I did, and they were fine.
So there were no tears?
No. They had actually met a couple of my friends.
It's very cliche.
They had met a couple of my friends previously anyway, so...
Oh. See, I came out to my sister first, and coming out to my mother was actually an accident. No, it was true, because I happened to have this other issue at this time, and I went to ring my sister, and I knew my mother had been babysitting at my sister's, but it's like 12:30. I mean, the bitch should be in bed by now, do you know what I mean? So I ring my sister, and I was in tears over this particular thing. And my mother's saying, "What is it? What is it?" And I said, "Oh, no, look, I promised I wouldn't tell you." And she's like, "Don't worry, I know." And I got angry.
Instinct.
No, but I got angry because I wasn't ringing to say I'm gay. I was ringing over an entirely different matter altogether. And I got really pissed off with her that she assumed that I was crying because I'm outing myself. It's like, I'm not ashamed of or anything. I don't think there's any reason to be upset by it.
No.
Although I never actually came out to my dad. I think it's kind of assumed.
Okay, yeah. I think fathers are the hardest member of the family to sort of come to terms with it. I don't know why. It might be sort of their upbringing, but...
Oh, well, you know, the only son, I guess he always thought I'd be playing for Collingwood or some stupid dream like that.
It's about carrying on the family name. It's about carrying on the family name, isn't it?
It's king. Hello. There's like 3 zillion kings out there.
But you're unique. And he is
and if
too.
you want to talk, if you're talking bloodlines, I'm not a thoroughbred horse or a cow at stud. Do you know what I mean?
But I suppose in the family, I suppose the mother is the more sensitive, emotional one, so they have a sort of an inkling of what their children are feeling.
Well, just quickly before we have to wrap this one up.
Don't know.
Did you come out to family first or friends first?
God,
it have to be friends.
Yeah, because I actually did a support group and made some friends with that, and then through that I sort of added myself to a few work colleagues, but yeah, and then family.
Because for me, it was a conscious decision. I was changing jobs, and I thought to myself, right, never again am I going to have to go through this office politics of pretending I'm something I'm not. So when I started that next job, I immediately I'm a gay man. So and your problem is.
Yeah.
And the thing about being openly gay at work, you can say so much stuff to women. You can say, oh, you great slag, or you cow, and stuff like that. No straight man would ever. You could say, oh, nice rack. You know, you can. And you completely get away with it.
Yeah. You can have competitions eyeing off the cutest ass or something like that in the office.
Exactly. Anywho, that's been another Q View. Coming straight up is, of course, the very funny, the very talented Elizabeth Blast with What's On in Melbourne.
Thanks, people. Welcome to Q Calendar. This is what's happening in Melbourne this week. Out in Chadstone being around about there, Vic Bears are having a screening of a movie called The Bear Club, and that is that Out Video and Accent Film presents an exclusive screening of The Bear Club, and the screening will be the uncut version with the graphic sex scene at the start. You hear that, Mark? Graphic sex scene at the start.
I prefer cut myself.
Right. Unlike other screenings you may have seen advertised. Tuesday, the 26th of May at 8 p.m. And that's, of course, at Hoyt's, Chadstone. Now, the tickets are not available at the door. You must get them from either Out Video or Vic Bears. Now, go to www.vicbears.org.au. Get your tickets there, $10, and the proceeds go to Vic Bears and Joy Melbourne. And you get a show bag as well.
I like it.
I want one.
Fitzroy, the lovely Fitzroy, should be there. Forgot about it. The Melbourne Marching Girls are having their annual general meeting, and that's this Sunday, May the 15th at 1 p.m, and that's at Dante's. We've been to Dante's, haven't we, Harriet? A number of times. Gertrude Street in Fitzroy, and all are welcome, and it's a lunch, and you can see some video if you're interested in joining the Melbourne Marching Girls, which is a great idea because they go to Mardi Gras, and like I always say, everybody has to go at least once. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?
Can only women go?
Well, it's Melbourne Marching Girls, so you could go for support.
Well,
you could hold the banner. Sorry?
A lot of people say I'm a big girl.
In South Yarra, the lovely South Yarra, the Gay Dads Vic's first bi-monthly info night, and that's Tuesday, May 10, which is tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at Heaven at 151 Commercial Road in South Yarra. Open to all guys interested in becoming parents or who may already be parents, to lend some support, have some chats, blah, blah, blah. They have a Yahoo group, as does Ben TV, which is Gay Dads Vic, capital G, capital D, capital V, and you can go there and get all your information. Staying in South Yarra, Allegro Non Troppo, the fantastic Sunday morning Joy Melbourne program, is turning 10. 10 years. Can you imagine 10 years of doing that? Fantastic. They're celebrating that at the Red Orange, 194 Commercial Road in South Yarra.
Oh, I like that.
It's $5 and you get finger food and entertainment to throw it. What's his name? And that's, you can call 9699 6949, or is it
that number again?
2949.
9699 2949.
That's the one.
That's Joy. Joy Melbourne, playing more music more often. Gotta get another plug in there. Burnley, which is about here, roughly. I love this. The Melbourne Gay and Lesbian Chorus are having a garage sale.
Oh.
And that's Saturday, May 14, this coming Saturday, at 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. That suggests that there's good stuff.
Well, car boot sale, we call it. But
yeah,
same
car
thing.
boots, yeah. 7 a.m. suggests that there's good stuff to be had. Now, it's at Bartholomew's Anglican Church Hall, Burnley Street in Burnley. Now, that's clothing, furniture, household goods, white goods, books, CDs, and my favourite word, bric-a-brac.
Oh.
That means all the crappy shit you don't want.
Anti-cues.
Yeah, is that what there's another word for it? Anti-cues. Yes. Sounds like something, a nasal spray. In the CBD here, Lesbi Gay is it quite new? Yeah. Quite new dance party for lesbians, bisexuals and gay men at the Basement, which is 43 Hardway Lane in the CBD. I think that's where Girl Bar used to be. It's a great building, it's about 4 stories high, I think. I could be wrong. Kate's not in the room to correct me. Bad luck. That's every Sunday from 6 p.m. till late, and that includes DJs like DJ Silk, Ambidextrous. Go along, have fun, a great new mixed night. Can't have enough of them. That's about what's going on this week in Melbourne. Back to you, the lovely Michael King, and I love this. I can touch you. Thanks, guys.
That's what you call a close set. Well, thank you very much for joining us on Q Weekly this week, and thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Harriet, and thank you for Stevie on that most interesting segment on men in ballet. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Michael King, and we'll see you. Oh, don't forget, face-to-face Thursday, 10 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock?
10:30.
Oh, we've been.
10:30.
Oh, there you go. Get the right information the first time here on Q Weekly. We'll see you next week. Bye now.